Alright, Arjuna, we are going to talk about search engine optimization, how to run it on your website so that you can control all the aspects of it. This will be a little bit of a longer video, but this is important stuff here, so we want to make sure to address all the aspects of it, how to do it, make it well. So we're going to start by taking a look at Google. And obviously you want to be found if somebody Googles CrossFit Mason, Ohio, CrossFit Lebanon, CrossFit Westchester, CrossFit Cincinnati, CrossFit Loveland. So first, if we take a look at CrossFit Mason, Ohio, you're first on that search. That's great. Couple things. What we're looking at here, CrossFit Mason, Ohio, Cincinnati, Mason, Lebanon, Loveland, CrossFit. That is called the title tag, and I'm going to come back to that in a little bit, but the title tag is important. That's your most important feature for search engine optimization. This, where it says Calibrated Training, Mason's Premier Athletic Training Facility, that should come from the description tag, but we'll talk about that as well. So those are the two meta tags, quote unquote, that are important for making sure Google picks up what it is that you need to see. Now, if we look at CrossFit Loveland, Ohio, Power Performance is first, Power Performance is Facebook is second, CrossFit Loveland, which is Loveland, Colorado. Cincinnati Strength is on the second page. So you're on the third page. So we want to get you up higher there. CrossFit Cincinnati, Ohio. This is probably one that people are going to search quite a bit. Obviously, Rayner's got the first one there. Cincinnati Strength, Cincinnati's finest fitness facility. Queen City CrossFit, CrossFit on the River, Power Performance, CrossFit Covington. Now, we're not finding you on the first two pages. We want to change that. Let's go back and look at, in most of these, what we're seeing is title tag, CrossFit Cincinnati, Cincinnati's original CrossFit. Here's Cincinnati Strength, Cincinnati, Cincinnati. It's got the word Cincinnati in the title. Downtown Cincinnati CrossFit, CrossFit on the River, Cincinnati, Ohio. Now you've got CrossFit, or you've got both CrossFit and Cincinnati in your title, but for some reason it's not quite picking you up yet, so I'm going to show you a few things we can do to change that. So let's take a look at your site. One of the things that Google does is Google's going to pick up your title tag, the description tag, and the content of the page. So the content of the page is also a place where you can take advantage of things like this to add references to Cincinnati, Loveland, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you exactly what the code looks like so that we can kind of see what Google sees. If we look at the page source, this is the actual code of your website. So you see the title, CrossFit Mason, Ohio, Cincinnati, Mason, Lebanon, Loveland, CrossFit. That's fine. We're going to leave that just like that. If we scroll down a little bit, we're going to see the description, which is here. Meta, content, description, Calibrated Training, Mason's Premier Athletic Training Facility. That's the description tag. And then everything else here is just content. So that's what Google sees when they search your site. So when Google takes a look at your website, any information you can provide that's going to add to what Google sees. For example, this is the section there that's in that announcement area. This is a place that Google's coming by and going, oh, here's some content. Let's index this. Well, if you added the word Cincinnati CrossFit, that's one more place where Google's going to be able to say, well, this must be a Cincinnati CrossFit place. Let's return this website when people search for Cincinnati CrossFit. So we're going to change that a little bit. Now, obviously, you want to be careful not to make it look so obvious, like welcome to Calibrated Training, home of CrossFit in Cincinnati, where Cincinnati CrossFit is Cincinnati CrossFit's best CrossFit. That's obviously too much. But there are ways that you can add those terms to make it look good and make it good for Google. So what we're going to do is we're going to log in now. Okay, so if we go down to SEO, search engine optimization, let's click on that. And then let's click on titles and metas homepage. You can see here that this is where I have added that title tag for your homepage. Now I haven't added a description tag there. It's picking up its own meta description tag from the page itself. But you can change the description tag here to be a little more descriptive. Now, one thing to keep in mind is Google doesn't use the words in this tag for indexing. The only benefit to the description tag is that people might read what it says and click on you. In other words, if you're right next to Rainer's Gym and your description tag says more about your business than his does, most likely they're going to click you and not him. So I suggest we leave this alone. That's your home page title tag. But if we go to pages, let's go to schedule. Now, I think this is the right page, right? Let's see here. Yes. Okay. This is the page that shows, let's go to the schedule. This is your schedule page. Now, if you look at this up in the top of the browser, schedule, calibrated training, that is the title tag for this particular page. You have control over that. Now, Google looks at schedule and calibrated training, doesn't say anything about Cincinnati CrossFit there, so this particular page isn't helping you to get found. So why don't we change the tag on the schedule page to help you get that particular page found. If you look down here on this schedule page under edit pages, you look at the SEO section down here, and you'll see here's your title tag, schedule, calibrated training. That doesn't say anything, so let's do this. Let's change the SEO title. CrossFit in Cincinnati, Ohio, schedule of classes. Now you can see this is starting to change what Google's going to see. Now in the description, let's add this. Now you can see exactly what we've done. CrossFit in Cincinnati, Ohio, schedule of classes, want to get fit, blah blah blah. Now we're going to save it, update. Now we're going to go look at that page. Now you can see up here where the title is revealed, CrossFit in Cincinnati, Ohio, schedule of classes. That says a lot more about where you are and what you are, as opposed to schedule-calibrated training. So you can go to each page, for example, contact us, go back to pages. Here's your contact us page. Why not come down here and change that to so now that title tag is going to get you searched and indexed in Mason, Loveland, and Cincinnati instead of just contact us, which, you know, 1.5 billion websites have that same exact information. So you can see that each individual page and each individual post can be optimized. For example, when you go in and post your latest WOD, here's 9/1 Saturday. This is your title tag that automatically is generated, 9/1 Saturday calibrated training. You can change that if you want. You know, you don't have to on those posts, but you can. You can just let it default, or you can specifically add something that's going to help you get found. I wouldn't recommend doing it for each individual post, but I would recommend doing it for the pages. Now if we go to the pages, let's look at welcome, announcement, and news. This is what comes on your front page. This can be modified to have words in there that are going to help your optimization. So let's just do this. We serve Mason, Cincinnati, Westchester, Loveland, Lebanon, how do you spell wherever? And so what we're doing here is we're adding keywords in the content. Mason, Cincinnati, Westchester, Loveland, Lebanon. Okay. Now you may want to change this to use the word CrossFit. We serve CrossFit athletes in Mason, Cincinnati, something like that. So now what Google's going to see is Mason CrossFit, Cincinnati CrossFit, Westchester CrossFit, things like that. So what I would do is I would tweak this paragraph to have the words in there that you want Google to see. Not too many, not too few. And then use this to change your various announcements, things like that. I'm going to update that. Let's go take a look at that. There, very unobtrusive, but that's something very powerful for Google. Anything you can do to add the word CrossFit in Cincinnati in a subtle but intentional way. CrossFit Cincinnati, CrossFit Mason, CrossFit Lebanon, CrossFit Loveland, including your Facebook page. Edit the page. Update info. I think you're going to want to add that to maybe here. Not sure if you, yeah. Definitely here. Anywhere you could add CrossFit in Cincinnati, CrossFit, etc. here. Now if you go back to the main page, see these metrics right here? This is the increase in activity since we connected the page to Facebook. Because before it was crawling along at, you know, one post every once in a while. Now there's a post every day, and now the activity is really taken off. So you're really reaching a lot of people with those posts. We've got, what have we got? 168 likes now. The more you can see, what happens is if you post a thumbnail, when you post a workout, it looks really good on Facebook. If you don't post a thumbnail, it just goes empty. I would post a thumbnail for every single one of those. Let's see what Lauren posted. Oh, yeah, okay. So anyway, there you go. Search engine optimization.